So we're going to be talking about what are the most safest cities in the USA and why you should live in them. So first there is Yonkers. Yonkers is a city in New York which is north of New York City. Yonkers is the second safest city in the USA. It ranked first in terms of home and community safety. And there are large numbers of active firefighters per capita, a large share of sheltered homeless, and a low number of traffic of pedestrian felicities per capita. That's why it's the most safest area to live in and it's beautiful and there's tall buildings. It's really nice. That's why it's nice to live there. Now, then there's New York City, not the state, New York City. Violent crime does not occur much in New York. Depressed areas of northern Manhattan or boroughs, in many cases, the victim knew the predator or drugs were a factor. Crimes against tourists are rare and are usually theft, grab and run, or pickpocketing. So even if there is crime, the crime isn't as bad. And that's not what you think for a big city like New York, which is actually pretty surprising. And then there's Cary, North Carolina. Although Cary has amenities of a large city, including a great restaurant and a bar scene, it retains an affordable cost of living and a small town feel, reflected in the high safety rating given back by background check company GoodHire. And even in 2022, they named Cary, North Carolina, the safest city in the USA. So that's pretty fascinating if you ask me. And then Frisco. Why would you think Frisco? Frisco is on the smaller side. It's easier to create a close-knit sense of community, add in the shared values, and people have a vested interest of promoting safety for themselves and others. Some factors that make this area so safe include strong family, social, religious, and community values. And the crime does not occur that much. I mean, there's crime in Frisco, but the crime isn't that bad. It's only someone like just pickpocketing you or something. It's not like fighting or stabbing or shooting or anything. So on the bright side, at least it's not that bad. Now, some people might think, is Ridgefield, Connecticut the safest or Cary? But let's find out. Your chance of becoming a victim in Ridgefield is 1 in 510. This equates to a crime rate of 1.96 per 1,000 residents, making Ridgefield one of the safest communities in Connecticut to live in. In fact, it is one of the safest communities even in the entire state and the entire nation of the USA, especially according to FBI crime statistics. As you can read the statistics, as you can see, Ridgefield is very good and it's a sturdy city. Now, Sandy Springs. We're all wondering. Sandy Springs is a suburban city in Atlanta, and if some of us watching this video has been to Atlanta, we all know Atlanta is kind of hoods. There's lots of gangs in the city and like the alleys. There's lots of there can be shootings in the city. Atlanta is kind of bad, but Sandy Springs is just north of Atlanta, maybe like 18 minutes away. So why is Sandy Springs safe? Even though Atlanta isn't. The Sandy Springs Police Department operates around the clock and employs cutting-edge crime prevention strategies. Another reason the city's low crime rate could be of the influential population. Sandy Springs is home to some of Atlanta's wealthiest residents, including many Fortune 5,000 executives. And Sandy Springs does have some crime rate, but it's a little better than Atlanta because there's not shooting. I mean, it can be shooting from time to time, but not as Atlanta. There's not like shooting every day. You don't hear in the news someone dies. So that's some of the safe cities in the USA. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And here's a quick tip. Never go to any of the bad cities I said. How will you come to these nice cities? Just kidding. But every city in the USA is good. Bye now.